Today we've got a compelling AFC matchup for you, as it'll be the Cleveland Browns taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Now the kicker, Brandon McManus, about ready to get us started. And off we go from Jacksonville.
And here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
From the 38 now, here's second down and a yard.
Off of play action, it's Watson. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Watson now to throw. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb.
Loose inside the 30. And he's going to be shoved out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
A huge play there on the screen pass. 47 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Flushed out right. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1.
Chubb is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Now Watson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, a 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Browns will jump on top for the game's first score here this afternoon.
And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10.
At their own 18.
Check. Hey, kill. 13, Luke.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Sione Takitaki, the outside linebacker, coming up to drop him for a loss of a full 10 yards. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done.
Don't get nervous. Hey, 11. Hey, kill.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Well, as we get ready for third down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on second down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on third and long.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Lawrence. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a fourth down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet? And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. They run it again with Chubb. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
So finally, a first down run. The offensive line has got to feel a whole lot better about themselves because I think they were starting to wonder, were we ever going to solve this defense and be able to do what we like to do, which is run the football.
On 1st down, it's Watson. He's got it at the 15. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. So now, following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. They go up the middle with Chubb. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Nick Chubb with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And they are able to add on to their advantage. This time, the extra point up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They find themselves down 13-0 here as they try to get things started offensively. 1st and 10. Now Lawrence. Caught on the right side by Jones. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave it with a 2nd and just a few inches left.
ETN up the middle.
Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of people thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a 1st down, pick it up, and keep moving.
They go play action now. Lawrence.
This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards on the play. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 46. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. In for the sack, Myles Garrett.
Well, that's a big defensive stop there, and it takes away a lot of the momentum from the offense coming off that big completion the prior snap. Give big credit to the defense for bouncing back.
30 left.
Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go.
Play action. It's Lawrence.
Looking downfield for Jones. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Out of the gun. It's Lawrence.
This is caught. It's Kirk. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt that in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down.
I think right. Check 13. Switch.
And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And the Browns are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. Well, when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. Moore, the man in motion. After the interception, here's Watson.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Watson's throw complete there to Moore.
A big play that time for Cleveland. 47 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Good yardage there on 1st down, exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
Watson's throw hauled in by Bell.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
2nd down and 6 now.
Here's Watson. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
Perfect example of the kind of attitude you have to play defensive back in the NFL. You want to be the only defender around, and you want them to challenge you. And on that play, he came through.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, Watson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Hopkins' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. Lawrence will throw. Eluding the pressure right. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted.
Picked off by Duron Harmon.
And the Browns are going to get the football here at their own 23. Well, Charles, you know, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
Escaping the pressure right. And that is taken in by Njoku. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. The Jaguars with work to do. They trail here as we are back underway on EA Sports.
From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start calling back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be second down. A great job there, Charles, just to hold on, absorb that contact. I guess that's the risk you take catching the ball toward the middle of the field.
It is, and if you're going to gain yardage, you're going to have to go there at some point. But how about the read, okay? The eyes of that play, stepping out from the middle of the field and really making a big hit. Did not get free, but boy, that's a tough area to go into when you're going into his spot. Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
That is caught.
And some space here. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 35-yard line.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins.
They go play action with Lawrence.
That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
On the counter, ETN.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
A snap to Lawrence as he taps this forward.
They give him 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
And they'll run with Etienne.
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
Now Lawrence to throw.
Flush to his right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break contain and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
Let's go, defense.
Hey, here we go, man. Here we go.
Slam. Watch the ship.
They'll try to run with Etienne.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Travis Etienne.
A 3-yard touchdown run.
And the Jaguars are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half.
Doug Peterson says, let's go for 2 here.
13, Lou.
Lawrence going to look to throw for it.
Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. And that almost makes it a brand new ball game. Now it's a 1-score affair after they get the 2.
And you have to know they were holding their breath on the 2-point play because they had to have it to get it within the range that you just talked about. Dialed up their 2-point play. It worked. Now they're feeling like they've got a shot at this one.
On the return from his end zone is Grant. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Browns drive about to get started.
And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
Now a 1st down throw, Watson.
They'll get this to Bell.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. From the 50, it's Watson. Flushed out right. He's got his receiver, Cooper. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Back now in Jacksonville. It's the Browns football, and they've got the lead here as we start quarter number 4. Steps away to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try to pick up another 1st down.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They give the Chubb out of the gun. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Now Watson working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Yeah, the Browns are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. He didn't, so it's incomplete. Boy, that one really could have turned this thing upside down. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Now they return to the ground game. Chubb, and a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a third time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
Now Watson on 3rd and goal. Rolling to his right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
So that CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw into the hands of Kirk.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down. On play action, Lawrence. This one caught by Ridley. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. Lawrence. Completes it to Evan Ingram. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Here's 1st and 10. Again, it's Lawrence. This is caught. Touchdown. Evan Ingram, 26 yards. And the Jags have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
There's certainly some importance to this one now. After the touchdown, they could get this down to a field goal with a 2-point conversion.
Back to throw, Lawrence.
It's complete, but he will not get in here. He stopped up short of the goal line, and this will remain a 5-point game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
Well, they can smell victory, partner. They can see it on the horizon, but certainly we're not done yet here. Defense still has 3 timeouts, and obviously this is a very slim lead they're holding on to.
And let's face it, the easiest way to get this done, challenge your ground game. Challenge your offensive line, your tight ends, your receivers, anyone who's going to lay down a block. Don't let there be penetration because they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and maybe bring extra people to the ball. If you can do that, make them burn their timeouts, run out the clock, life will be good. But if you really want to gamble a little bit, a quick play action, quick throw, might be able to get it done. Just make sure it's not incomplete and stop the clock.
Eluding the pressure right. Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb, and he is going to lose yardage here. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
On 4th down, Watson.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And even though he gets out of bounds to stop the clock, it's not going to matter. That first down going to be enough to write a finish to this one.
What a chance they just took. A huge chance. They go for it on fourth down, wind up getting the first.
Go ahead and admit it. You thought it was a bad call, didn't you?
I did, yes.
I think any normal person did. How about him picking it up? Give him credit.
This to the sideline and over everybody. Incomplete. No flags forthcoming, though. Maybe a break there. That looked like a clear throwaway to me.
Now Chubb running right. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It's a pickup of 13, and with that 13 yards, this ball game just about over. I guess he was saving his best for last, so to speak. Longest run of the day coming here in the fourth quarter right there.
And that type of run makes for a better night for him and his teammates, doesn't it? To be able to produce this late in the game can lead to some big smiles and satisfaction in the locker room after this one's over. These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Throwing now, Watson. Throw left side, caught by the tight end, Njoku. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Now it's Watson.
That is intercepted. And the Jags are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Oh my, how the tables have turned now. They were trying to salt this one away, but that interception, potentially a game changer.
And I've just got to think to myself, at this point of the game, I know you've been aggressive. I know that's your MO, and that's fine. And all those teams that talk about all gas, no brakes, you better have the emergency lever to pull occasionally. They could have used it right there. They put themselves in a tough spot with that interception.
A final shot now for Lawrence.
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. So they'll quickly now signal for the timeout. And it's definitely not looking good, but at least they'll have one final play to hope for that miracle and get them in the end zone.
They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole.
Well, it took us until the final play, Charles, to officially decide a winner. Although on that last play they were so backed up, it would have taken a miracle, and they couldn't get that miracle done.
Well, I like how you stayed with it, because we both knew that this had to go down to the last play, and neither side was going to exhale until that play concluded, because we've seen the improbable before. A couple of laterals, maybe some poor defense on the back end. They might have gone all the way to the end zone. In this case, though, it didn't happen. Perhaps next time.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. With that, we sign off from Jacksonville.